Yo, what's going on YouTube? Neo Soul here, back with episode 6 of The Sauce. It's been a couple weeks since our last upload. I've just had a lot of personal things I've had to take care of, but I have been recording footage of my live cops. In today's episode, we're going to go over the live cop for the UNC Dunks, as well as a live cop for the Yeezy 450 Slate colorway. It's like an all black, blacked out 450. At the same time, they had shock dropped some cloud white 450s, so we kind of pivoted, went for those as well. And we're going to wrap up today's episode with a live cop of the AJ4 White Oreos. Really clean, really good looking colorway. So yeah, we got all that for you in this episode, so stay tuned and let's get it. All right, we've started up our foot site tasks. Also have some Shopify tests running, so we'll see how we do. There's a lot going on right now. Whoa, NSB. Oh, ECB, let's go. ECB cooking. Alright guys, quick drop recap for the UNC Dunks. This was a tough release. I couldn't break through with Prism. I couldn't break through with NSB, even though I thought I did. And actually the bot that pulled through for me was ECB. So it just kind of goes to show you, my cheapest bot in the arsenal happened to be the one that came through, which is, I think, a good lesson in diversifying your setup. Sure, you may be running, a $4,000 or $5,000, $6,000 bot. And you might have some lower tier bots that are always in stock in your arsenal. The best thing to do is just to run them, kind of see what happens. If I wasn't running ECB that day, I would have walked away with no pairs at all. Let's take a quick in-hand look at the UNC Dunks. I got a grade school size 6 in hand. Really, really beautiful shoe. I mean, all the UNC colorways we got this year have been have some element of suede to them. These are all leather, really nice quality leather. This is one of those shoes you kind of wish you had gotten your size in, just because it's great for the summer. It's going to look good with a lot of lighter tone clothes. So. All right, guys, we're going for the Yeezy 450s this morning. It's 4:50 in the morning right now. Perfect. I'm just waiting for this drop to start. We'll start our tasks at the top of the hour. Today we're running Prism, Dashi, 2 instances of Mech, and Soul. And we're gonna hope for the best. I've got quite a few Gmails loaded in to AYCD. Alright, sale has started, guys. Apparently last minute they also loaded up the cloud white 450s for some reason. Not quite sure what that's about, but I'm running those too. So let's see what happens. Carded one. Oh, bro. How? Yes, all right. 5.5. Another cloud white. Wow, so that's what it looks like when you cop on Mac. Damn, I got another failure on Yeezy supply on the Prism. Mushroom's cooking though. Donut cooked. Soul cooked. Bro, I'm cooking. Oh my god. Alright guys, a little bit of a drop recap for the Yeezy 450 release. We're running many different bots. Prism, once again, was the bot that was kind of doing the best for me, even though I'm running, Dashi and Soul and Mech, which I finally hit on Soul and I finally hit on Mech, so I'm really happy with my setup. I know my setup was good. One of the downsides to running so many bots at one time is you're prone to make mistakes. You're just more likely to make mistakes because you got to set up your tasks on every single bot. You got to make sure you regenerate proxies right before the drop. Something that I didn't realize in my Prism, I was running old foot sight proxy pools that I didn't realize. So normally at the end of my proxy list, I'll tag it with like YS so I don't get them confused. But you know what? It was 4:30 in the morning when I was setting up. I was pretty tired, and I ended up running some bunk pools. Let me show you guys the in hand of the 450 Dark Slate. So this is the 450 Dark Slate. Always looks kind of weird when it's not on foot, just because the whole shoe, the whole upper kind of collapses on itself. But it's a nice shoe. I mean, it's different. If people see you wearing something like this, you kind of already know that there's something up with it. Like it's interesting, it's cool, not just like a traditional shoe. So really happy I was able to secure 2 of these in base sizes. Alright guys, it's about 6 minutes before the release for these Oreo 4s. We got maybe about 4,000 tasks on Prism, running about 111 tasks on Project Enigma. Just kind of hoping for the best. We'll see how today goes. Prism's gotten a lot of updates, especially for like queue handling and that sort of thing, so I'm kind of excited to see how it does. Two carts on foot action. Got one success. Got another card. Whoa, size 15, jeez Louise. You might regret that one. Oh, got another card. Size 13. Oh, Prism's so good. I'm happy with Prism. Oh, there we go. On champs. 10.5. Ooh, I hit my size. Let's go. Oh, insta cancel. No, that's my size, mofo. Bruh. The last drop recap we have for you is for the AJ4 Oreos. I kind of rushed to set up. So personally, I had a sneaker event I was gonna go vend at literally that same morning, on the morning of the drop. So, I mean, I could only run for a limited time, and I didn't have a ton of setup time because I was trying to set up and get all my pairs ready for the sneaker event that I was vending. So, I didn't have too much time. So what I did was I just set up Prism and I ran Prism. I felt kind of good about it because they made some queue updates, which I saw those work. Normally when I'm running Prism, my checkouts come in the first like minute of the drop, and then I get nothing after that for the really hype stuff. This time my checkouts rolled in a bit later. Men's pairs started checking out for everybody like a little bit deeper into the release after GS pairs started. So originally I was running all men's. I managed to get 3 pairs of those in a 7.5, a 13, and a 15, which if you know anybody who's a size 15, hit me up. I don't know anybody That's just got a shoe size that large. That's just kind of the perils of running random size range on your tasks. But that's all good. I'm not bothered by it. I think I'll still be able to move the 15 just fine. And I think I'm gonna hang on to these pairs for a little bit. Midway through the drop, I did kind of switch up and start checking out some GS, just because I saw everybody checking them out, and I wanted to get that feel. That's kind of why we're messed up. Sometimes we run just for the webhooks, but I don't think the GS are a bad investment. They're not doing great on the resale market. I do see them doing numbers long term though, just because it's a really clean colorway. Anybody's going to be able to wear that with a lot of different outfits. You're not going to have to try to coordinate too hard when you put on that pair, and you're going to be able to wear it a lot. So what I do have in hand right now is the 7.5 and a 15. I'm going to show you the 7.5. Just for the sake of being able to actually see anything else. The 15's enormous, but I'm happy I was able to get a 7.5. It's been a long time since I've been able to secure a size 7.5. If you guys don't know, 7.5s are generally lower stock. There's not a lot of them. If you are a size 7.5, I really feel for you, because it's got to be tough for you. You're always getting taxed on your particular size. But yeah, overall really clean, all leather upper. You got some hits of the gray in here. I think these would look really fire with a gray lace swap. My brother-in-law actually did a gray lace swap, and they look really good. Otherwise, you can just rock the whites, but classic, clean, good looking. So do have probably like about another 9 or 10 pairs of GS coming in hand, and I'm still waiting on my size 13. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. I want to take a minute to thank my sponsors, Crack and Notify, really solid cook group. Many of our members were all on top of the Off-White Air Force One release, including detailed spoof instructions, where to spoof, what tools you can use. The Air Force One Off-White collab recently was a sneaker stash. It was hosted in Boston. Guess what? None of our members are really in Boston. Everybody is spoofing location with some sort of a tool. I'm gonna say 100% of the people who actually hit those Air Forces weren't in Boston. They weren't at the ICA. That's just how the game goes. If you know about a stash ahead of time, you can prep. You can prepare your iOS devices, make them think that you're in Boston at the ICA, and that's gonna unlock the stash for you. And if you don't know this, on a sneaker stash, you just got to be there to order, and they're going to ship it to your house anyway. Wherever you are in the United States, you're going to get your pair. So that release went really well for Kraken members. We've got a good connect with Nike information, and that's greatly beneficial. So for 25 bucks a month, you get information like that. Some of our members, are making $2,000 in profit on that one shoe. So it's really exciting to see. I also want to thank my proxy sponsors, Snappy Proxies, Leaf Proxies, Diamond, Mushroom, Donut, and Lemon Proxies. All those proxy companies are solid. If you are looking for proxies, check the description down below. I'm going to include links for each one of those companies, as well as discount codes. On many of those companies, if you use the code NEOSOL, you're going to get some percentage off, whether that's 20, 25, 30%. That's really going to come in handy when you're trying to stock up and go for these releases. So yeah, definitely check out my sponsors, check out my Instagram. I'm going to leave that in the description down below. So thank you once again very much, appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Peace.